And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Go! Let's go! Break. 58 to Mike. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Get it.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, watch this, watch this.
Ready? Now Joe Mixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 10. They're good enough for a Packer first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the run, it's Mixon. And an alley to run. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Mixon. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
We own them. Hey, Charlie. Hit it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Okay, ready? 58 to Mike. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Shoot.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Mike 51. Watch the slats. Watch the slats. Check, 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 check. X3, 218, chopper.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Joe Mixon, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Trubisky to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Trubisky firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball at the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Here's Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Go now. 60 Pittsburgh. 15, check back 15. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Ready, ready.
Off play action. Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Looking to throw. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Come on, set. 30 base. Hey, exit. Go.
Throwing on third and long. Herbert, he's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. On now is the Packers punter. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bears take over. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Packers 7, Bears
50. Watch your slap. Watch your slap.
First down, a run with Cohen. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now they run with Mixon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go, set, 10-2 saw. What we got, what we got, what we got? 2.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point seeding.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now it's Trubisky. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now it's Trubisky. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
Gain of 27 on the play. First down, Bears.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Watch the twist. Ran, Alert 3. General West.
They'll try to run with Carson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Chris Carson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Off the bootleg, Herbert. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. 2nd and 15. And his throw here's incomplete. Batted away by the rookie out of Kentucky, Lonnie Johnson. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It'll be a net of 39. 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. On the NFL scoreboard, 2nd quarter up in Minneapolis. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Trubisky. And he comes back with one complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play. But now, it's all for naught.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 33. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now on 2nd and 16, Trubisky, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
25, check 25, check 25. Lock in, lock in.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Pilot, 64, weak. Get it ready.
Back to throw. Herbert. And an alley to run. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
70, Indy. Coming to you, coming to you.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Got it? Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I'm going to run you over. Shift. Recon, 132 fighter. Say go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd and 9 now. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Let's go.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Second and 13. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Herbert. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 27-yard line.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Push him back. Push him back.
Trubisky will throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
3rd and 5.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop.
You got nothing. Alert, alert. Alert, alert.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Alert, alert. Alert, alert.
They'll drop to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a
a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Herbert. Making the catch is Sternberger. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marquise Brown, his first touchdown of the new season. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Now for the point after. And that one puts them on top here in the 3rd. And there's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right?
Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha.
Now back to throw. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Kane, and some room to roam now. Shreds him with a stiff arm. 34 yards there with a 1st down.
Set, ready? 15 line it. 15 line. 5.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point forthcoming. And with that, the lead is up to 8. And there's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! 56! Bravo! I know he
Trubisky to throw again. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
My 50, my 50! You can't block me! You can't block me! You can't block me! Mike's 50, Mike's 50! Alert, alert! Alert, alert! You're not ready! Go Mike 50, Mike 50!
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape. Taking it right down Broadway. The 20. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Point after try forthcoming. And the lead is up to 15 now. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week, he hit on right at 50%. This week, he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
18.
Again, it's Trubisky. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. From 10 yards out, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. And it's good, so that will get them back within 1 score. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Check 43. Blue draw quarters. Hey, wahoo! 58, boy, 58.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Herbert. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Lock in.
Now Trubisky to throw. This is Miller, complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 52 yards. Now it's Trubisky, flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. In for the score. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Trubisky to throw, and it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready up.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again? And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Operating from the gun. Herbert. That one into the hands of Kane. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Go. Ready.
2nd and 5. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards to pick up there. On 1st down, Kane, and he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Down. 18 Gator.
Stop your whining.
Tight. Look. Squeeze. Say go.
From the gun, Herbert. He's going deep for Brown. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Herbert throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Gator.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Hit it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. It's caught here by Adams. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Two.
On 4th down, Herbert. And that is incomplete. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. They're going to clock a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do they do?
No pen.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Throwing now is Trubisky. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Boy, Charles, what a critical call in a tie game late.
You want to have the tight coverage. You don't want to cause the penalty. Pass interference in this case. Remember, it's a yardage foul in the NFL, a spot foul where it occurs.
Here we go. Here we go. Alert, 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 alert. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Check it out.
They'll run on first down. Cohen. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Kill, kill, kill. Hey, ball.
Again, it's Cohen. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a 3rd would win it. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it. And victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Chicago, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.